stuck or may feel like, I don't know which way to go, because believe me, I've been there, and I'm still there sometimes. I don't know which way to go, but just know that with God on our side, you can move mountains because he's there with you. In fact, let him he's going to do the heavy lifting. All we have to do is give it to Jesus. We got to give it to him. We can't, listen, I know some of you want to be Superman and Superwoman and think that you got it all figured out, right? But the reality is, so we don't have it figured out. None of us do. We may have some of the things figured out, but God knows all, he sees all. Guess what? When you're sitting there and you're trying to figure out where am I going to get the funding for my business, or how do I pay this next bill? God can, he can change that thing within seconds or less, right? He can there can be somebody on the other side of town or another side of the world that has that exact amount of money that you need, and they some kind of way you might get connected with that person, maybe just one call, and then they're like, oh yeah, I got it, I have $1 million right here, and I'll send it over, right? And then you're like, that's exactly the amount of money that I prayed for, right? Because God can use other people to bless you. God can use other people to give you what it is that you need. If you don't have it, God is the God and owns everything. Nothing is ours. Nothing is ours. So if you look at it that way, you're just a steward, right, of anything that he gives you. So that other person, that stuff doesn't belong to them either. They're just holding on to it. They're just a steward. So if God can move and tell you to give somebody something, he can also move and tell them to give you something, right? And then you can have whatever that is that you need within that amount of time that you need it. I don't know. I don't want to put times on it. I'm just trying to give you all examples.